Hello, Pisces. Welcome and welcome back. We're going to get into your monthly reading to see what you need to know regarding things that could be going on this month, okay? I hope you guys are doing well. I hope this message helps all of you to get through your situations. And, don't bring anything into your life that doesn't belong, okay? If you are a Pisces who is new to me and you don't know who I am, okay, just wanted to let you know. I have a Pisces channel that's hidden on this here platform. It's very mysterious for whatever reason. They feel like they need to hide me. But I have a Pisces platform called Pisces Network. This is the NutCase Network. I have a platform called Pisces Network. If you want more Pisces readings, be sure to go check that out. The way that you can find that, if you search it up and it doesn't pop up, is to go in the description box and click on my LINKTREE. All of my channels are listed there, and you can find Pisces Network there, and you can get more Pisces readings. Okay, dive in. There are thousands of readings over there if you are a Pisces and you want to know more. Okay, thank you guys for being here, though. I appreciate it. Be sure to like and subscribe to continue to catch the vibe. Hype up the video if you find it helpful, or if you have some extra hypes, let me know in the comments if it's resonating. If you guys want to book a personal reading, the link is in the description box below. But just make sure you use your own intuition. Go with what you know, Pisces. Even if something I say makes sense, but it doesn't really align with you, or you don't feel like it's for you, just go with what you know, okay, in your situation. That could be happening in your life this month. It could be a very prominent energy where people are trying to convince you of things that you don't necessarily agree with, align with, or resonate with, but you know the truth, and they're trying to confuse you and make you think you don't know the truth. So message. All right, but we're going to get into it. We're going to do the four corners reading for you, Pisces. Let's see. Guardian angels, archangels, spirit guides, and ancestors of the highest vibration, Father, Mother, God, for Pisces, when it comes to this month. This message is timeless, so whenever you find it, that's when you find it. Look what I just saw at the bottom of the deck, child. Five of Swords. What did I tell you? You already feel it. You already feel it, Pisces. You already know, okay? It's some BS afoot. All right? Oh, I love you guys. I love you guys so much. All right. Let's see. For Pisces, guardian angels, archangels, spirit guides, and ancestors of the highest vibration, Father, Mother, God. Okay, first corner, self-identity. Ooh. I can't contain. I just can't contain the pure joy and vindication and revenge is sweet. Revenge is sweet. But blocking somebody from some BS, blocking somebody from causing some mess in your life, blocking somebody and letting them know straight up exactly where they got you effed up is even sweeter, okay? I'm shaking. If somebody really thought they was going, Pisces, what's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Oh, what's going on? Oh, what's going on? Yeah, what's going on with you? Who did this? Who played themselves like this? Okay. Queen of Swords for your identity, child. You are coming through in a very strong way. Okay, with this Queen of Swords, you may have a strong air placement, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, but your spirit guides are speaking to you and through you. They ain't playing no games, and you ain't either. And I feel like you can see clearly through a lot of smoke and mirrors that people are trying to put in your face. You guys, more than likely to get to this point, it's bittersweet, because with the Queen of Swords, honestly, she is a queen who is very wise, very intelligent, very knowledgeable, very educated, very articulate, able to assert herself in a way that is not overbearing or aggressive, but also she's not going to back down when it comes to things that she sees through, okay, specifically illusions. And I just pray, I ain't even gonna pray for these folks, because with the Five of Swords, these people did it to themselves. They brought and bought the rope that proverbially is being used metaphorically to hang themselves with. And I don't condone any violence. What I'm saying is, whoever this is who tried to pull a fast one on you, baby, it's not good. I'm shaking. It is not good for them. And I'm not saying that anything bad is necessarily going to happen to them, but I just feel like you're really putting somebody in their place, and you know, they're walking away kind of with a dog, like a dog with a tail between their legs. I can't even speak. You guys are coming through as the Queen of Swords. You're not playing no games with these folks out here. And like I said, it's bittersweet, because in order to become the Queen of Swords, in order to have this education, this knowledge, this wisdom, this understanding, and this ability to see through illusions, you got played a lot. You got played a lot. You took a lot of L's. Okay? And that's not something that's very easy to come back from. That's not something that's easy to overcome. But the way that you guys see yourself right now, and you're basically who you are, yourself, your identity, what you see, who you see looking back at you when you look in the mirror, is somebody who, despite all that, has continued to look forward and move forward. And you are not allowing people to do any of those things to you anymore that brought you to the place that you are now. The place that you are now is beautiful. The place that you are now is wonderful. It's 333. It's 3:33 p.m. Thursday, October 2nd, 2025. Okay? And at this particular moment in your life, at this juncture, you have decided to use the information that you've gained to benefit you. You're no longer having a pity party. You're no longer mad or upset. You have the ability to be open and hear people out, but you're not going to allow anybody to play in your face and BS you. And that's just, it is what it is. And whoever's mad about it, they can go ahead and walk on. Okay, Lord, career and money. 6 of Pentacles. So there is definitely a raise or an increase coming towards you. You are being chosen for something. Okay, you have a lot of gifts that are very lucrative for you, or your gifts are going to become more and more lucrative over the next few months. I would say 6 months or so. By the time your birthday comes around, your gifts, talents, skills, and abilities are going to become very lucrative for you and could possibly create an increase in your finances. You guys are also very adamant about prioritizing what's important and what's not. You're not going to put your time, your energy, your money, your efforts, or your thoughts and emotions into anything that does not serve you or does not lead you towards the goal that you see for yourself reaching. Okay. You could work with, I wanted to say a Gemini, but I wasn't trying to say Gemini, but I said it. So you could work with a Gemini. You could also work with a Libra, possibly a Taurus as well. Okay, you could be someone who has prominent Libra, Taurus, or Gemini placements, possibly also Aquarius with the Queen of Swords. I feel like you guys are giving and receiving energy. Okay, you are making enough money to pay your bills. If there's any debt that you have, it could be being eliminated. You may be disputing things on your credit to where your debt is being eliminated and your credit score goes up. You may get a raise or a bonus or a promotion to where you're earning more money every month, so you're able to pay the bills that you have. It's like there is this energy of kind of like robbing Peter to pay Paul. But I also feel like there's an increase happening to where you won't have to do that anymore. Whatever has been causing you to kind of feel like you don't know what choice to make, or whatever has been causing you to feel like you're stuck between a rock and a hard place where you have to weigh the pros and the cons of a situation, I feel like that energy is subsiding. Like whatever this 5 of Swords is, you're very determined to prioritize what's important and accomplish it in real life, tangibly, so that you can see the results of the hard work that you've been putting in. Ooh, child. When it comes to love and relationships, Temperance, you could be dealing with a Sagittarius. Some of you guys are taking your time and being very patient with the people in your life. You're trying to be more patient, possibly with your children, with your family members, with your friends, with your, love interests or whoever you're dealing with. But there's specifically a Sagittarius who is kind of dragging their feet when it comes to talking to you, communicating with you. I feel like they're waiting for somebody else better to come along. It kind of feels like they're hemming and hawing, okay? Because trying to maybe keep you on the back burner, or trying to get what they want out of you. And like, you may have like delayed responses from this person, delayed communication from this person. It's kind of like, I get this intuitive nudge that's telling me that whoever this is like thinking really hard about what they want to say, because they have a certain goal or intention behind their communication with you. And I don't know if this is like professional, because this is it's love and relationships, so it's more personal than professional. But just for example, if your professional relationships bleed over into your personal life, that could also be something, okay? But it definitely feels like you don't know what's around the next corner when it comes to people who you're meeting, and energy being exchanged between you and others. You don't know what to expect necessarily from a person or from these connections. But that's not necessarily a bad thing, though. But again, there's like this undertone of aggression, or it's not so much outward aggression. Like, it's not overt and it's not exaggerated. It's not so much like physical aggression, but I feel like you can pick up and sense the mental aggression. Your spirit team, your guides, your ancestors, everyone is helping you in the spirit realm to be able to pick up on the subtle cues that people are sending towards you, more so mentally and verbally, so that you can sense whatever the aggression is that's going on underneath the surface or behind the scenes, okay? And that's what I feel like you guys don't like. It's like, there's definitely a time and place for someone to have candor, I guess is the right word, to have discretion, and to be classy and carry themselves in maybe a more demure way. But there's also like purposeful manipulation, and that's what you guys don't like. It's like, you're not trying to have candor, you're not trying to be discreet, you're not trying to tiptoe around what you're saying because you feel like that's the respectful thing to do. You're doing it because you're trying to play with my mind, and you can tell the difference. And I feel like that's what you're dealing with in a few different situations. So you're being very patient. You're taking your time with people. You're taking your time with yourself, with things that you have going on. And I feel like when it comes to love and relationships, you're really, it's not like you're matching someone's energy, but I feel like you're meeting people where they are. So it's like, you're not forcing people to do things against their will. You're not trying to convince anyone to hang out with you or be around you. You're not trying to overstep people's boundaries, but you're also not allowing people to put you in those positions as well. Interesting. We'll see what that is. Now, with the hidden realms, what could be underneath the surface? What's in your subconscious? Things that you don't see. You have the Seven of Swords. I knew. See. It doesn't matter how people try to make you feel when it comes to what you know. People could try to make you feel crazy, stupid, ignorant, confused, delusional. You know what you know. You know what you know, and you know that there are things that people are keeping from you on purpose that you would not agree with, and that's why they're keeping it from you. Whether it's them taking advantage of you or trying to take advantage of you, them trying to take advantage of someone else, them trying to get over, whatever it is, you know what the fuck is going on. So I need for y'all this month not to doubt yourself, and to say the things that may be difficult to say, but that need to be said, or communicate in the way that you feel like you need to communicate with confidence, because you know what you're talking about. You've been through all of this before. You've been there, done that, seen everything, got the t-shirt and the shot glass and the hat and everything else, and got a few scars as well. And it's not like you know everything. There's this balance that you have to have, where you have to understand that, yes, you don't know everything. You don't have all the information. And I feel like a lot of you guys are being very sensible with the Six of Pentacles and the Temperance card, not to jump to conclusions with people, to try to hear people out. The Queen of Swords says that as well. But you're also not going to allow people to play in your face. And I don't understand what it is, because it just feels like there are a lot of people, maybe they're new. I don't know. Maybe these are new people who don't really know you like that. But it just feels like you constantly come across people, not all, because we have to be objective. Not everyone is an enemy. Not everyone is against you. But you constantly meet these people here and there sprinkled in like seasoning on your food, where it's like I feel like they can sense that they shouldn't play with you, but they still try it anyway. You tried it. Whoever this is, you tried it. You know, underneath the surface as well, a strategy that you have is paying off. And part of this strategy is basically preventing people from having any weapons that they can form against you. You know the saying when people say no weapon formed against me shall prosper? You're taking away someone's ability. It's like you're no longer giving people the weapons that they can use to form against you in order to prevent you from prospering, right? Because there may have been times in the past where you were too forthcoming. Maybe you shared too much. Maybe you opened up too quickly. Maybe you trusted people too quickly. There were times in the past where I feel like you were very naive and you didn't expect for people to hurt you because you didn't intend to hurt them. And you just thought that because that's how you felt, that they were the same way. You know, because you didn't have any bad intentions or ill will towards people. You just thought that that's how people felt about you. But you had to learn the hard way, Queen of Swords, that is not true. And one thing about the Queen of Swords is like she's willing to move forward with the same openness as someone like the Page of Cups, but she's also fully aware and will never forget the times where she's been burned. And that balancing act is something very difficult for people to understand or be able to maintain. But I feel like a lot of you guys are perfecting that balance. So what's hidden and what's underneath the surface and what could be in your subconscious is that you feel intuitively that people are trying to get over on you and you're not going to give them the ammunition. Interesting. Whew. There is somebody who is being very deceptive for their own personal gain. And you can see them from a mile away. You smell them coming. You smell them coming. Strong Aquarius energy. Again, Sagittarius, possibly Libra, Taurus, Gemini. I wanted to say Scorpio. Okay. Wow. I feel like there could also be people who feel like you're very conniving, that you're very deceitful, that you're a liar, a cheater, a scammer, a schemer. People could feel like that about you, but they're just mad because you're outsmarting them. So don't worry about it. Queen of Swords, we have the Three of Wands and the Hierophant. Okay. Aries energy strongly. Possibly, again, like I said, Taurus or Libra. It's like you know what to expect from a person or what to expect in a situation. You might have even spoken it into existence. You could be very much so devoted to speaking life over yourself. I feel like since this is clarifying yourself and your identity and how you see yourself, how you feel about yourself, how you look at yourself, it's like you're really committed to being optimistic about the future. It's a little aggressive, to be honest with you. But if that works for you, I ain't your mama, okay? I ain't gonna hold you back from doing whatever it is you feel like you need to do. It's like you expect things because of what you've been through. It's like there's something that you've learned over time to be ready for or to expect that you are already prepared for. So therefore you're not scared. I always say that. Don't be scared, be prepared. And it's like spirit, universe, God, source has created a scenario where you've had this set of experiences that have prepared you for where you're going or where you are right now. And the experiences that you're having right now could be preparing you for where you're going. But either way, the way that you look out towards the future and the way that you project into the future, you're determined to have it be something positive. You're determined to speak life over yourself and over your projects and over the things that you're working on. I feel like you're consistently making progress and improvements as well. And you're starting to see that progress and improvement. You're starting to be more clear-headed when it comes to making decisions. I feel like you are committed to a decision that you made. You're going to stick to it. Okay. You may want to go watch the Scorpio reading, because I was getting Scorpio a second ago and they got the 3 of Wands in the career and money portion. You may also want to go watch the Taurus reading, Libra reading, Sagittarius reading, any of the previous readings. Rising sign could be very significant for a lot of you guys. Yeah, and I feel like whatever this commitment is to moving forward, listen, I just pray. I keep saying that. I pray for these people. Bless their hearts, because whoever gets in your way, I feel sorry to that man. Okay. Whoever gets in your way, I am sorry to that man, because it's going to be ugly, child. Nobody better not get in your way. Nobody better not try to stop you from what it is that you see yourself accomplishing. They better not try to stop you from anything that you tell yourself that you're going to do. Because once you set your mind to it, you are like a mule. You stubborn. Either you stubborn about doing it, or you stubborn about not doing it. So it goes both ways. If somebody is trying to get you to do something that you don't want to do, it's gonna be rough waters ahead if they try to make you do it. And you're patient too. See, this Queen of Swords is nasty. I'm telling you. You're patient too. You will wait. Somebody could play in your face and you ain't gonna say nothing. You just gonna observe it and be like, all right, I see what this is. And you gonna wait. You gonna wait till the right moment. And it's not about revenge. It's about like, okay, it's about like, its actions speak louder than words. And you might have been the type of person who in the past would see this going on and immediately call somebody out, immediately tell them about themselves, immediately let them know where they got you fucked up. But now it's more of an observation thing. Now it's more of a patiently observing and letting time go by and letting the scenario play out fully. It's like you're not, and that's a part of trust in spirit as well. It's like you're not getting in the way of what spirit is trying to do, because you're just observing. You're like, okay, I know from past experience that somebody's trying to get over on me. But in the past, I stepped in and tried to control the situation when I should have just let spirit handle it and it would have handled itself. In the past, I was too reckless or I was too naive and thought that I could control situations and people. So now, because I'm older and I'm wiser, or because I've learned from my mistakes, not only do I see it coming more quickly so I can prepare myself, but I also know that I don't have to say something or do something about it right away. Man. Child, what is the 6 of Pentacles for career and money? See what I'm saying? 2 of Swords and the Moon. That's what I was talking about with that back and forth, robbing Peter to pay Paul, kind of having a little bit of indecision, not knowing what to do, trying to figure out what's right for you to invest into, prioritizing what's important. It's like you don't even see the things that you don't need to pay attention to because you've chosen to ignore it. I feel like you're ignoring somebody. I feel like you're ignoring somebody purposefully, or you're ignoring someone because you don't even know that motherfucker exists. Someone could be holding a grudge against you in your professional life and you don't even know that they exist. But you can sense them plotting behind the scenes because there's interference in your headspace, or there's some type of interference when it comes to your communication. You may have a lot of Freudian slips. You may have deja vu. You may have weird dreams. It's like, even if somebody is trying to be as sneaky as they possibly can, they cannot sneak past you. And I feel like it's because they're so heavily focused on getting over on you, but because in their higher self, And because of who you are and your spirit team and how they protect you and the ways that they try to get people not to do the stupid things that they think they're going to get away with you, it's like something is telling this person that they should not be fucking with you, but they're doing it anyway. And because that fear is coming up in their mind about the fact that they really feel like they shouldn't be doing this to you, or they really feel like this is not the right move, and they still and they still carry it through and carry it out anyway. Now they're in the Nine of Swords. Now they're anxious about what they don't want. Now they're worried about something falling through, and it ain't even, you're oblivious to it. I really feel like somebody is hating on you in your job or your career, and you don't even know. There are definitely some submerged emotions that people feel about you that you aren't even aware of because it's not a priority. You don't care. And if that's not how you're feeling, or that's not how you react or respond to these types of energies, that's how spirit is telling you you need to react or respond. Your intuition is telling you that something is not important. If you don't see it and it's not right in front of your face and it's not something that you got to deal with right motherfucking now, you're not paying attention to it. You're prioritizing what needs your attention right now. And there could be somebody who's trying to get your attention or make you feel like something is more important than what it really is, so that you can prioritize them and their needs ahead of yours. But that's a hell no. Because you already can sense what does not require your time. You could have a Cancer that you work with, a Libra that you work with again, and possibly a Taurus. But people are gunning for you, child. They gunning for you. And they secretly resent you behind the scenes and disagree with what it is that you do. But they're not going to tell you that. They're not going to tell you to your face. They may be very two-faced, or they're showing you only half of their face. You don't see the rest of it. I also feel like there's something unknown coming towards you that you don't see coming, like I said, a raise, a bonus, or an increase in your finances, but you are completely oblivious to this. You do not know this is coming. I feel like it's going to be a surprise, and since you may not like surprises, you could be a little irritated right now, but I feel like spirit is trying to pleasantly surprise you with something that you don't see coming. Whatever this is, I feel like it's good news. You may be chosen for something, a special project or whatever this is, but it's good news. It's something that I feel, have been working on for some time. It's something that you feel like has been lacking in your life that you really deserve, and you know you deserve it, but you weren't sure if you were going to get it, and you didn't get your hopes up because why? I feel like that's something that's happening for you. I also feel like you're deciding to focus more on what's grounded in reality versus what you can't see. So if there's anything when it comes to your career, business, job, or money that could be a stressor for you or a worry for you, you're not focusing on that until it's time for you to need to focus on it. Okay? You're taking care of what's important right now. Now, for love and relationships, we had the 8 of Wands and the 10 of Swords, but it says everything is fine. Clarifying the Temperance card, you guys. Okay? So somebody is betraying you, stabbing you in the back, or lying to you over and over again, child, and acting like they're not doing it. And this has been going on for a long period of time, or this is what someone plans to do. Someone could also be hurt by your communication, but they're trying not to say anything about it. I feel like there could be people who are very sensitive around you. So what I would also say is to just be very, I don't want to say cautious, but it's kind of like being cautious. I feel like spirit just wants you to be aware when it comes to the close relationships that you have, your partner, your spouse, people who you're meeting, people who don't really know you that well. Try to be cautious about what it is that you say. Try to make sure that you ask people before you solicit their advice, or you solicit yourself to give them advice, right? Because if someone doesn't want your help or doesn't want your advice, don't give it to them. You get what I'm saying? Even if you feel like you're supposed to tell them something and, God called you to say something. If they don't want to hear it, don't force it. Okay? Because I feel like somebody is really offended by whatever you're saying, but they're not telling you that. And I kind of don't even feel like you're aware of this. It kind of feels like you're talking to somebody and, you may be saying something offensive to them, or you may be saying something that hurts their feelings, but your intentions are pure. You're not trying to hurt their feelings, but they are hurt by what you're saying. I know that happens all the time because I say a lot of outlandish shit. And if you're a very sensitive Pisces, you might not want to go check out the other channel because your feelings might get hurt. Okay? I'm not for everybody. And I'm aware of that. And I'm okay with that because I love who I am. And when I need to make improvements and when God calls me to make improvements, I do my best to do so. But I feel like there's someone here who could be insulted or hurt by what it is that you say, but they're not going to tell you. They're just going to try to balance it out, or they're going to try to rationalize it in their own mind without bringing it up to you. This could also be someone who is communicating with you and they're just lying all the time. This could be somebody who's like a snake oil salesman, a used car salesman, somebody who try to sell people lemons off the lot. And they just lying through their teeth, child. And in time, you're going to put two and two together to see that this person is lying to you, or see that this person is sending subliminal shots at you, or they're secretly insulting you. Because you may be the one who's not paying attention. Like, you may be the one who is kind of hurt by what someone is saying, or you feel like they're insulting you, but you're not saying anything about it because time will tell what their real intentions are. That's kind of the vibe that I get from your relationship space this month. So just try to be mindful of that on both ends. And at the end of the day, I'm going to be honest with y'all. And people don't like honesty. People love to be lulled to sleep with beautiful, comfortable lies. And I'm just not that person, right? If you are offended by what someone is saying, you don't have to watch them. You don't have to talk to them. You don't have to be around them. You can go. You have the free will and ability to do so. But the same thing applies to other people. Okay, that's why I say that all the time. I'm a broken record sometimes because I just repeat myself because it keeps coming up, and it's something that we have to continuously remind ourselves in reality. Okay, that's why some of these messages may get a little repetitive, because it's something that you may have to consistently keep in mind every day. But just like we don't have to listen to people who upset us, or hang around people who betray us, or keep friendships and relationships with people who don't respect us, other people don't have to do that with us as well. Nobody can force you to do anything, say anything, feel any type of way that you don't want to feel. And if you don't fuck with somebody, you don't have to be around them. You are not obligated to appease anyone or stroke anyone's ego to make them okay. And I say that because a lot of people, over the years of me doing this and putting myself out there online, have attempted to make me feel responsible for their feelings, emotions, and trauma. And that's not my responsibility. Go take your bitch ass to therapy. I'm reading the cards. I'm telling you what's going on. And I'm one of the people out here who's not going to lie to you. I'm going to shoot it to you straight. Even if it is a little nasty, I'm going to shoot it to you straight. Because at the end of the day, it's going to benefit you more to hear the truth than to be lulled into a false sense of security with a lie. And either way it goes, this could be you, in that mentality with someone else and communicating in that way with someone else, or this could be someone communicating that way to you. But for a lot of you, I'm going to just be honest, it feels like someone is stabbing you in the back, sending subliminal shots, professionally insulting you or trying to put you down in some way, lying on you, betraying you, right in your face and then acting like that's not what they doing because they snake tongue. They got double tongue. Lying right through their teeth. But you're going to see it in time. I feel like spirit is bringing things together and connecting the dots for you so you can see what someone is doing. Now with this Seven of Swords for the hidden realms, child, not the magician. Oh, child, not the magician and the devil. Somebody doing spell work. Go watch that Cancer reading because the title on their reading was spell work. Ooh, this is nasty. The devil, the magician, and the Seven of Swords. This could be Capricorn energy, Gemini energy, maybe Aquarius, Aries, Scorpio, maybe even Virgo for some of y'all. I don't know where I'm getting Virgo from, but I'm getting Virgo. Okay. This is an evil person. This is a nasty, toxic person. Okay. Somebody's really lost in the sauce. I'm gonna be honest with you. This could be somebody doing spell work, trying to distract people, trying to create diversions, distractions for you so that you can't focus, trying to make other people be distracted from whatever you're doing. I feel like there's a lot of things going on. It's a lot of magical things going on underneath the surface. There's a lot and you can sense it. And there could be someone here who has misused or abused their power, gifts, or abilities, and it's being taken away. The tool that they have to possibly attack you or the tool that they have to abuse their power over you has been removed. Okay? Someone is obsessed with manipulation. There's heavy manipulation going on. I don't know what this is, but it's not cute. And in October, it could be because it's spooky season. Everybody think they a witch in October. Everybody think they doing spells in October. You know, because the TikTok, let me stop. But you know, the fake people out here, they be out here telling folks, oh, October is such an auspicious time. Get your witch hats out, bitches. Dust them off. Go knock the dust off of them from the attic. And it's just mysterious energy, okay? It's kind of crazy. It feels occultish. It feels kind of dark, all right? Someone is addicted to manipulation. It's like they can't stop. I don't know what that is. I also feel like if you guys have a strategy that you're implementing here, it may not seem like it's working on the surface, but it is working. The momentum is building. Okay? And you could be doing a lot of manifestation. You could be working on a lot of things yourself. You could be very much so obsessed with achieving a goal. But I really feel like Spirit is wanting to remind you about balance in every aspect of your life, because you don't want to be the one who ends up, you know, with egg on your face, because you have balance here with the Six of Pentacles. You have balance with the Temperance card. You even have balance with the Hierophant, to be honest with you. And it's just a lot. Capricorn, again, Aquarius, possibly Gemini, Aries, Scorpio, Virgo, Cancer, Taurus, Libra, Sagittarius. The situation, Page of Wands. So something is being confirmed. You're getting a message. You may be receiving a package, or you just know the signs are becoming clear. What is this Page of Wands? Eight of Cups, Five of Wands. You're definitely avoiding drama, walking away from something dramatic, walking away from something toxic, getting out of a competitive situation. You don't even give a fuck really like that anyway. I don't know who was trying to get you involved in something that didn't have nothing to do with you, but that's what they did. And it doesn't seem like it worked out. And I feel like you're going to have some type of success in the near future, or that's the situation. You could be reassured by Spirit through synchronicities, omens, signs, very magical things that are happening right before your eyes that confirms to you that you escaped a very toxic, competitive, dramatic, possibly even violent situation. That you walked away as a winner. Okay? I feel like you're also learning how to walk away without very much reassurance. It's like Spirit is confirming things for you after the fact. It's like, it feels like Spirit is trying to test you or teach you how to observe the signs and see what's going on, even if you don't have all the information, so that you can trust your intuition more. Because it's like people look for this instant gratification or this instant confirmation that they made the right decision. And sometimes that leads you astray. Sometimes you have to wait a little while to see how things are going to unfold. We're still getting information from the government, at least in the United States, that was redacted and hidden for so many years. But now they're finally admitting to things like, for example, the whole Tylenol situation. My son just started laughing. We finding out about Tylenol and how it's been a problem. And we known it was a problem, but we didn't, some people, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't always trust what people say. You can't always trust every conspiracy theory to be true. We're not going to be delusional over here. But sometimes it takes time for these things to start to surface because, maybe power structures need to change, or power dynamics have to evolve, and you don't get the information right away. But if you know what you know to be true, you know what you know. And I said that at the beginning. But I think some of you guys are getting confirmation of decisions that you made maybe 5 to 8 weeks ago, months ago. You're getting confirmation for the decisions that you made in the past, knowing now that you made the right choice. And yes, it would have been easier. Like people say, if I had known then what I know now, maybe things would have been different. But I don't think things are supposed to be different, Pisces. That's what I'm feeling. And there's somebody who is really upset that you are walking away from them and they do not like it. And I don't think y'all really care. Because you're excited about where you're going. You don't want to turn around. You don't want to go back to the past. It has not served you. There's something that has not served you. The way things have been going and what you've been doing and the things that have been creating distractions in your life, it just has not served you. So you're not going to continue to operate in that way. What's the advice? Ooh, the Empress. I know that's right. I think you're the only one who got the Empress right there. That could be Virgo. Like I said, I felt the Virgo. I see Empress as Virgo, Taurus, or maybe Libra for some of you guys. It could be you. You could have those signs in your chart. But your advice is to just be aware and know without a shadow of a doubt that everything flows to you effortlessly. You don't have to go out here and force anything or force anyone or fight anything or jump through hoops to, get what it is. And I feel like that's what this 5 of Swords, 5 of Wands is. Like, what the fuck is this? Like somebody wanted you to compete for something, or somebody wanted you to be in a very competitive environment. And you were just like, child, I ain't got time for that. That's stressful. Why would I do this? Why would I choose the 5 of Swords and the 5 of Wands? Of course not. I'm not that attached to whatever you saying. And I feel like I did a reading like that on the Pisces Network channel, where it's like, how can somebody reject you for something that you don't even want for real, or something like that? Let me see. Because I want to tell you guys. Hold on. Like the video, y'all. Like the video. Because there's been some crazy readings coming out over there. Oh, yeah. So if you're new to me and you don't know who I am and you want to see more, and this reading may resonate with you, from the Pisces Network channel, again, go to LINKTREE in the description box. Click on it. Click the link. It'll take you to my LINKTREE. Scroll down. You'll see the Pisces Network symbol with the little hand and the crystal ball in it with the moon. Basically, the title of the reading, I released it. Hold on. I released it, I think, September 23rd, 2025. So it was recent. And the title of the reading was, They Can't Reject You for Something You Never Wanted. They can't reject you for something you never wanted. You never wanted to compete with these people. You never wanted to be doing this tit for tat petty bullshit with somebody. You never cared. If you did at one point, you don't care anymore. So that was the reading. And the thumbnail says bigger plans. Because I feel like, there's a bigger plan for you, or you have bigger plans that you're not really telling people about, that are very hidden and secret, and you've covered them possibly with your own protective magic. Okay. But that reading was basically saying that it's information that you need to know regarding an attempt someone is making to make you feel rejected. However, what they don't realize is that whatever they're rejecting you for is something you didn't really want in the first place. Joke's on them, I guess. ... Okay, let's keep it moving. What's the Empress? Oh, my Lord. 10 of Swords. 4 of Swords. See what I'm saying? What is this? 5 of Swords, 2 of Swords, 7 of Swords, 4 of Swords, 10 of Swords once, 10 of Swords twice, Queen of Swords. And that's why somebody is playing mental games with you. That's why the Queen of Swords came out so strong like that, as your personal identity, how you're being seen, how you see yourself, how you're behaving, how you're coming off. Because somebody continues to want to play mind games with you to affect your resources, to affect your money, to affect your self-esteem and how you see yourself, to affect your career and your business, to make you feel bad about the things that you do that you shouldn't even really feel bad about. And it's just like, come on. I feel like with the 4 of Swords, it's like you're healing this. Your advice is to not respond, or to not pay attention to it, or to make peace with the fact that this is somebody's behavior. Because I don't even think that you realize that this is happening, or, you never thought that this person would do this to you, or whatever the fuck this is. But it's like, Somebody also could have passed away. There could be some type of significance surrounding a person's passing or a person's death that's taken you a long time to move forward from. It's taking you a long time to not necessarily get over it, but heal from it. It could have been very sudden and unexpected. It could have been some of you guys, your mother. It could have been some of you guys, your wife, maybe your husband. Yeah, but there's some type of peace that you're regaining, and Spirit's advice to you is to really fall back on your spiritual practices when things get very dicey. Okay, when people's energy starts to get very volatile and aggressive, and people start to throw jabs and take jabs and stabs at you. Fall back on your spiritual practices, because whatever is stressful, there is a light at the end of the tunnel. There is a silver lining that you may not see right now, where everything is going to end up working out in your favor. You just have to let the time pass in order for you to understand how things are unfolding and playing out. Everything flows to you effortlessly. Be at peace. Do not be in any energy of like strife and stress. Don't let people make you think that you need to take action by causing you, fear or anxiety about your situation. No. And that's been coming up a lot on the other channel. So, hey, y'all, if you came over here to check this reading out, but also for any of you who are new and don't know who I am, I'm telling you right now, I'm the coldest bitch you'll ever meet. Don't sleep on me. Because I got over 2,000 readings over there. Go check it out. And if you want to check out these readings, don't fall asleep on what's over here either. Because it's a lot of work that I've put in across several platforms, and there may be a message for you somewhere. What I feel like overall with the advice, though, is that no matter how someone, all the things I said plus this, no matter how someone may try to stab you in the back, 10 of Swords you, 10 of Swords is out here twice. This is crazy. No matter how much someone may try to devote all of their life and time and energy to taking you down, Spirit is still going to provide for you regardless. Okay, period. What else does Pisces need to know? Recharge. Breathe. Let go. Clear your mind. Take some time to recharge this month, Pisces. Try not to be too obsessed with, doing this, doing that. Do that. Like, chill. Chill. You got to sleep. You got to eat. You got to exercise. You got to get out in nature and ground yourself. And I'm going to share this with you guys too, because I meant to share this on the Pisces reading I recorded today earlier, but I forgot. I've been walking in nature lately, and people always talk about grounding in the spiritual community. It's like the spiritual community always has these phrases and words that are so catchy and they sound so good, but half the people who are saying them are just regurgitating them and, parroting them from someone else, saying things that they heard, and they're just repeating it. And they really don't know what a lot of this shit means. But I realized something yesterday, because I live in I'm going to be honest with you. I live in a really kind of like low income area. It's kind of ghetto. It's old. It's not new construction. But I've been the type of person to live in different places. I've lived in big houses, small houses, the hood, the suburbs. I've lived everywhere and seen a lot of things, right? Seen one hood, you've seen them all. But right now I'm in a place that, if people walked in from the outside looking in, they might not think it's very much of anything. But it took me the whole summer to realize how blessed I am and how grateful I am for where I live. And part of that is because the neighborhood is so beautiful and it's so positive. I live around a lot of what people will call woke people, but I don't see them like that. I see them as like everybody accepts everybody. They all wave at me when I drive around. If I'm driving and they're walking, they wave. So that made me start to wave back. If I'm walking and they're driving, they wave. They slow down. They don't try to run me down off the road because they care. The aesthetic of the neighborhood is beautiful. I live close to a lake. It's amazing. There's a trail. You can fish. You can swim. The trees are tall and old, and they're big and wide. So obviously the ancestors are here. And when I first moved in, I had mixed feelings about it because it was a very difficult transition and I was dealing with a lot of fuck shit that one day I'm going to tell you guys about and share with you guys, because I got to just resolve it. I got to see it through to the end and make sure it's resolved before I speak on what happened. But I do want to give my testimony at some point in the near future. But it took me until just yesterday to reaffirm what I already knew about grounding. And when people say ground, recharge, breathe, connect, put your feet in the grass, touch the earth, hug a tree, they're saying it because when you do those things, it helps you to put your life and your situation and your problems and your struggles and the joy and happiness that you feel and the pain and fear that you feel and everything that happens in your life into perspective. It's about perspective. And when you go outside and you put your feet in the grass and you observe everything around you, whether it be a city landscape, a rural country landscape, a more natural nature-filled landscape, maybe like mine, you start to put it into perspective. You start to realize how minor and how minuscule you really are. And it's not in a way to make you have low self-esteem. It's in a way to realize how big God is. And I am not a religious person, y'all, but I do believe in God. And I believe that God has created all of us, source, spirit, whatever you want to call it, so that we can exist on this earth as one of the puzzle pieces to the entire tapestry. And if you don't ground yourself, and if you are too locked in and, stuck on the wheel of whatever rat race that you're in, then you fail to realize that. And your perspective is skewed and you start to lose the plot. And I think this month, there could have been a situation where you got sucked into something that you knew wasn't in your best interest. There could have been a very enticing offer that someone presented to you that was steeped and cloaked in a bunch of competition and negativity and hostility. There could have been something that drew you in because it looked good on the outside, but it was really rotten on the inside. And you may have fallen for the trap. Maybe you didn't. Maybe you caught yourself. Maybe you were able to save yourself. But either way, this month is about reflecting on these things and finding out what the lesson was and what spirit was trying to teach you. And realizing that you are only a small piece to the bigger puzzle. So if you feel like there's more that you deserve and that you should have everything, I'm not doubting that that's true. I'm not going against what you say. I'm not going to hold you back from thinking whatever you think because I feel like that's positive. But I also feel like you having a more balanced perspective and you being more, in alignment when it comes to your equilibrium and how you look at all of these things and how you see yourself in this life is going to benefit you exponentially with whatever it is that you want to achieve. Okay? Because yes, you are the main character in your plot, in your story, in your book, in your life. You are. But you are also one of the many books that are in the library of biblical proportion that God has created. So that's what I said. Psychopath, abusive, conniving, unpredictable, and you're needing to recharge because this person is going away. Okay. Boundaries, disrespectful, enough is enough, defend yourself. See what I'm saying? Somebody crazy. I don't know who this bitch is that's crazy because I know I got a few of them on me and I don't even know who these bitches are, but I speak on them because I can feel their negative, nasty energy. And I don't speak on them to give them no power. It's just, I gotta tell y'all what's going on because you're not alone. For some reason, Pisces is unfortunately, we dealing with a bunch of crazy bitches. Whether it's exes, whether it's stalkers, whether it's professionally competitive counterparts that ain't really your counterpart because they can't compete where they don't compare. Whoever it is, we've been dealing with a bunch of crazies. And they're finally being rebuked of their power and authority to be able to wreak havoc and cause all this Ten of Swords energy in our life. But part of it is you having to realize that these boundaries are important and that the way you look at your life and at yourself is a vital piece of the puzzle in exterminating these bitches. Ooh, Lord, Pisces. Ooh, I'm scared. I'm scared of you. I'm scared of you, child. Folks do not want to see you coming. Just make sure you take time to recuperate your energy and heal yourself. Okay? Because you're going to be fine. Even if you be like, dang, I need to take a break. I'm tired. I can barely, I'm dragging myself around every day because I can barely get out the bed. My joints is sore. My head is hurting. This is happening. That's happening. You get what I'm saying? There's so many unknown things. I don't want to slack off. I want to be prepared. Because that comes from you knowing that you fucked up in the past and wanting to do better. And that's not a bad thing. But you can get to a point where you overwork yourself and you just end up doing too much. And if there's a day where your body is just aching and you can't get out the bed and you got maybe you only got a half a day of PTO, but you need to take the whole day. But you feel like, dang, my check gonna be short. Don't worry about that, okay? I'm not saying be lazy. I'm not saying slack off. But when it comes down to those types of situations where you damn near falling asleep on the road because you ain't got no rest and you've been, studying at night and taking night classes and working a full-time job and you just spread thin. You just look like a piece of silk paper. You just look like a piece of wet toilet paper, child. Just no buoyancy at all. Okay? A thin-ass dollar store trash bag. You're just thin. Sit your ass down, please. Can you please sit your ass down? Okay. What else for Pisces? Thank you. Ooh, blackmail. Someone could be getting blackmailed. There could be a person who's being forced to treat you in a crazy way. Halloween. Something significant about this holiday is coming up. You got about 29 days. At least on the day that I filmed this. Angel numbers, synchronicity, signs, page of wands. Halloween is going to be very significant when it comes to showing you the true faces of the people around. You see these pumpkins? One of them got a little evil face. One of them got a happy face. This could be one person and they wear this happy face around you, but they really evil underneath the mask. Crazy. Psychopath. I'm not a doctor, lawyer, or psychologist. Disclaimer below. But you're going to see a lot of synchronicities and a lot of signs this month that tell you that you avoided a disaster. or that you exterminated and terminated somebody at the right time, or maybe that's what happened to you. Ooh, this is crazy. Somebody think Halloween is just a time where they can just do whatever they want to do. Listen, it's gonna come back, child. I gotta see, because Pisces show me the most love. 8 of Pentacles. So it's something about work. So this could be spell work, devil, magician, 8 of Pentacles, but this could also be with your job or your career. Somebody may be trying to make you feel guilty about doing some type of work, or someone could be offering you a job and making you feel obligated, like you got to take the job, or I don't know what that is. Or making you feel like you got to support them from your job or something like that. Like you could work and make a lot of money and be very independent, but someone could make you feel like you have to buy them what they want you to buy them, or support them, or help them, or whatever. You ain't got to help nobody. And ain't nobody got to help you. Okay? And the sooner you realize that, the better off you'll be. Could be a Virgo, possibly Taurus or Capricorn. A lot of earth energy as well. But let's see, what's the advice for Pisces overall, child? Y'all be sure to like and subscribe. Support your girl. What is the advice? You have the 8 of Wands too, 8 of Pentacles, and the 8 of Cups. Yeah. I feel like somebody's trying to make you anxious or worried. Like, oh, well, we gonna do this if you don't do that. Fuck you. Do it. Do it. I'm telling you right now. Somebody may be threatening you, trying to scare you. Halloween is a scary month, spooky month, spooky ooky. Somebody may be very spooky and scary and trying to scare you into doing something, or working on something, or investing into something. You don't have to be scared of these people, especially like it could be a situation like, oh, if you don't give us your card right now, this gonna be on your credit. Put it on my credit then, bitch. Let's see how far you get, because it's probably a scammer. Be mindful of that stuff. Okay. Compassion, love. It says compassion is the warmth of the soul. Give it to others and yourself. Love says love is everywhere. Open your heart to feel it. Blessings. Blessings are gifts from the universe. Receive and share them. Right. This is about like giving and receiving energy. Don't try to take from somebody and not give anything in return. That's why I be telling folks, I really feel that that's real, especially when you come to readings and stuff like this, right? People who watch these readings and they don't support the channels, they don't support the reader, they know that they get some type of value out of the communication that you have with this person. That's why I'm very adamant about this, and I advocate for people who are actually doing the right thing in these spaces. Even if they're not readers, even if they're just regular content creators or people who give back to the community. Don't just take and take and take and never give. I've definitely volunteered at several different food pantries. When I moved into this place, I gave away a lot of my unused toiletries. Like I had a toiletry bag because I went to the crazy house, y'all, but I digress. I had a little toiletry bag with shampoo, feminine products, all these things. And they let me keep it, but I didn't need it. I mean, I could have used it at some point, but I was moving. I wanted to get rid of as much stuff as I could. I had bras and underwear sets that I bought and they didn't fit and gained weight. I knew they wasn't going to fit no time soon. What am I going to do with it? Right? So many things I gave to Goodwill. So many things I gave to women's shelters so that women who've been through domestic violence and abuse could have toiletries and bras and underwear. That's the type of stuff that they need. But I don't say nothing about it. I did say something about it back then, but it's like nobody really knows that I do this stuff. And there's other things that I do when I can, whether it's food drives, group pantries, donating to people or, shout people out, whatever it is over the course of my life. Even if I have not had money or very much clout, I try to do what I can. Even if it's holding the door for somebody. That's the type of thing that this is telling you. This is what Spirit is saying as far as your advice. You'll be able to heal whatever's going on. Okay, whatever situation you're going through, Pisces, the quicker you see that your love and compassion and your heart is the answer, and the way that you give is the answer, the quicker you will receive. And whatever you're doing, the intention should not be endless, ceasingless work. It should be to make a difference. You should have a mission. And if you don't know your mission, and if you don't have clear intentions that are set, you are going to be led the fuck astray. But I said what I needed to say. Bars. Like and subscribe to continue to catch the vibe. Get in the comments. Let me know if it resonated. If you were moved or assisted by this reading, be sure to donate below. Venmo, PayPal, Zelle. It helps. If you can't donate, that's okay. Just interact with the content, you guys. I appreciate you. If you are new to me and you enjoyed this reading, go check out Pisces Network. The link tree is below. If you want to book your reading, that link is below as well. But that's it. I hope you enjoy your day, your weekend, whatever. And I'll see you next time. Bye.